on Glockaway.
That's a motherfucking hot take, bro. That's how you get us going. Good job there, my guy. Definitely. Make sure y'all pulling up and checking that out. Oh, we got Big Spado. It's Spado.
Hi.
What up, Spado?
What's up?
So we 6 deep, and this is gonna be wild, yo. Okay. No, somebody said sinuses is real shit. Dad said stop fronting on the people. The sinuses is be some real shit.
You better get some Afrin.
Afrin is crazy.
The situation right.
Okay, so Spado, what's your hot take, Spado? You jumped in right in time. It's your turn.
These hot takes, boy, I be having to think for a second.
Why? That's why. But the beauty of the hot take
because there'll be a lot going on in a day. There's a lot going on in a day, and I got to think about it. Of what is the highlight of my day?
Pick some.
Oh, all right, I was with you.
My hot take is just stop being haters.
Yo, from snitches, the haters, like Spado don't play that shit. Like, don't interrupt Spado peace. She is not there for that shit.
Just give me peace. Peace is better when it comes to me.
Yeah.
But yes, not being haters.
Yo, I love that. Stop being haters is an amazing one. Damn, Rob, it's gonna be all right, bro. I feel bad for you, man, with the whole shit.
Are you sick?
No, I'm just not well at the moment, but thank you for caring.
Do you feel better? Are you okay? Do you need some soup?
I had soup already. Thank you.
Tea?
I had that shit too. It's all hot and it all tastes the same.
Get some Tylenol, cold and sinus. All right.
No.
KP, send him to the Valley for the treatment. I got him. Right back to life, Rob. I got you, bro. I got you. Bring you right back to life.
Rob already know. Last time Rob was there, Glockaware, he walked out that motherfucker floating. He didn't walk, he floated. Last time he walked out of Glockaware, that man he had the spirits in him and shit. That
is definitely my home away from home. And every time I get there, somebody get me lit that I know.
Hey, man,
it's crazy.
That's a beautiful thing.
Every time.
All right, so get to my hot take real quick, man. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this, man, because people in my city is different. Y'all gotta stop, and I'm gonna say y'all because I don't do this shit very often. This one person who I'm like that with, and it's my guy right here, Bean. Y'all gotta stop forgetting what really happened with these athletes. And I'm speaking specifically, and let me say this, let me preface this. AI was my guy, y'all. That was my guy. I fucked with AI. But y'all overrate some of these Philadelphia athletes a little bit. People in Philadelphia talk about Allen Iverson like Allen Iverson won banners and had parades down Broad Street. Like, you can't say nothing bad about Allen Iverson. You can't be like, AI nothing you say about him is and look, and Rose shaking his head because he agreed. You can't say, it is weird to me because, like, I say this because I heard a conversation where motherfuckers was like, Joel Embiid ain't shit. Joel Embiid that he ain't no Allen Iverson. He ain't this. I'm like, all right, so wait a minute. Like, all right, AI got him to the finals for sure. Absolutely. One MVP, the answer, give me the ear, all that shit. I was there for all that shit. That shit was crazy. But other than that season, how much winning really? It was like that. It was like 3 seasons. Right? Am I tripping? I don't know. Maybe I'm a little hard on the brother. I'm a Bean fan, so I also got that. I had my biases. I will not lie. But I just don't get it. I think y'all put these athletes on the pedestal a little too high and then knock down motherfuckers who really be doing their thing. That's my opinion. I don't know. Again, a hot take. Go ahead, Rose. Respond. I need to, because I see all the faces you making. Let's go.
You know, this will be a discussion we'll have on the block. And I really understand where you're coming from. The thing with AI is AI was for the people, and he was outside in the streets. You can actually run into AI and mingle with AI.
They just closed their Fridays.
It's a damn. Salute. Damn, that was AI spot right there. You can literally go to projects, you know AI there.
Right.
Or
You
come
know he there.
free.
He never disappointed. So that's why AI get that extra love from the city.
I mean, what was the name of the club? What 723? You know, on Arch Street.
Or Arch Street, yeah.
Oh, he used to be there all the time. Bumped into him plenty of nights when I was supposed to be at work at the gallery, and I snuck out to, to go to the club, and then came back and did security the rest of the night.
Man, listen, I'm not here to disparage Allen Iverson in any way, shape, or form. I'm not, y'all. This is not, because that's not what this, that might be what this sounds like, but that's not what this is. This is just me telling you that I feel like the way motherfuckers defend him, you would think we was on Borough Street 6 years straight. Like, or
and that's why I said, because he for the people. He for the people. That's why he get that love.
And I respect that. Sometimes you just had that connection. It just is what it is. So I respect that. And that
AI was one of us. He was one of
Yeah.
us.
Right,
We didn't look at AI like he was from Virginia. We looked at AI like he was from
he
Philadelphia.
was from North. Yeah. Like, no, I get that. And I respect the hell out of that because I feel that same thing. So, all right, I'm gonna let that one be. That's just me on this moment. But we got our guests in the house. And after we get done with hot takes, we like to make it all about our guests so they can come in and tell us about what they do. So, Pete Rose, Ginger, please talk to me about Chronic Conversations. What's going on over there at Glockaware Radio on Wednesdays from 5 to 6? Talk to us, bro. Talk to us.
Well, Chronic Conversation is me, of course, Pete Rose, my co-host Tashir, aka Ginger. And Chronic Conversation is basically music, marijuana, and conversation. It's the same conversation you will have, you know, at your house or on the block in your neighborhood, you know, interacting with, you know, like-minded people. So we'll say, you know, we got the Chronic Review. Shout out Eagle Exotics, you know, they sponsor the show. My homie Jay Cleasy, you know, yeah. Shout out Eagle Exotics, man. The #1 THC delivery service in the city, man. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. You know, I gotta send promos to my folks all the time. So, you know, we do the Chronic Review. We also have artists on there. I'm always gonna, you know, support the local artists and give them a platform for them to do their thing and give them an outlet at Glockaware. Because it's basically, you know, we bridging the gap there, you know, with the older guys and the younger guys, especially in Logan. So everybody know each other like that, really connecting the dots. That's one of the goals. And then we also got the Ask Ginger segment, which is crazy. I'll let Tashir tell you about that. That's how way.
You brave as hell. You be posting that shit in your stories, and they really be asking you anything.
Yes, they do.
Don't miss that part of the show, y'all. If y'all don't tune in, like tune in for the whole shit from the beginning to the end. But if y'all only got 10 minutes, make that the 10 minutes of the show you out, because that shit get crazy.
Yes, they literally ask me anything. And we tell them to tap in on my Instagram and go on it, tag and type in your question. We do not expose the person's name. We just ask the question. Well, Pete Rose asked me the question and I answer it. And if I don't answer it, I take a shot. But sometimes I like to answer all the questions.
As I said, you brave. You there are some of those questions you should avoid, and you go right at it. And I respect you for that. I definitely would not be that brave.
Listen, there's no holds bar over here at Death Row Records. We ain't shying away from nothing.
Yeah,
we have a good time, not a long time. Right? That's our motto.
No, facts. Pete, you definitely you got the little Young Suge thing going on anyway. So yeah, Death Row Records. I'm not mad at that.
Only thing different, you ain't wearing red right now.
No, it's just gonna be the black with the Chronic Conversation.
We don't do colors in the valley. We just be out there.
Why nobody ain't tell me that?
I wasn't even paying attention.
Because you an R&B nigga.
Oh, dancing ass, sexy, flexy ass nigga. No. So, all right. Chronic Conversations. What, like, I know you, bro, but like, give the folks, like, you know, some background on why you chose that. Like I know you said smoking weed and talking, but like specifically the focus on the chronic piece. I know y'all talk about like legalization and some other things on there. Like give me some of your background with that.
Great question. Well, first let me start off saying shout out to Swag 100 and shout out to Ladder Leaf, because when it was just an idea, just a thought, Swag was the first person to tape the pilot episode of Chronic Conversation, and Ladder Leaf was my first guest.
Right.
And it was really just a pilot episode to see, like, is this something I really want to do? And once I did it, I said, yeah. So one of the main goals at the start was really talking about marijuana legalization. I was up in Harrisburg working on the bill, and then, I decided we needed social equity in the bill. So just going on a journey with learning about social equity programs, how that worked, and then how that works with marijuana and the community, and that was something that I wanted to present on my platform.
Right.
Getting people cases expunged, or just really not even just that, giving people information and the resources, to get those things done. If you need to get expungement or pardons, I'm going to try to have another Zoom meeting about pardons and expungements, with the state rep, and hopefully get the information out there to the people to get to the resources. So that's one of the main goals of Chronic Conversation.
Facts.
Yeah, so on the entertainment side, we're going to also bring you exclusive music, great conversation, but it's really to put that spotlight on legalization of marijuana.
I love that shit, man. Like, it's definitely something that people, I think they know, but as they start to really do the research and get into it, I think they realize they don't know as much as they think they do. Like, and I'm talking about like as far as like how profitable it could be for the community, just as far as like people who are in pain medical wise, like in so many other type. It covers a lot of different avenues. It really does cover a lot of avenues, and a lot of people are very close-minded about it without doing the research.
I'm glad you said that, because it's definitely opened it up to different avenues, but the main avenue for me was the economic avenue, because this, we still, our minimum wage is still like $7.25, so we got the kids out here running around reckless, but they don't have no ways of really making no real money. They see things out here, but you can't buy it, so that leads to high crime rate. So I'm hoping we can upgrade the economic situation so we can downgrade the criminal situation, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes perfect and amazing sense, man. I love the fact that you creating a platform to have this for people to be educated by it. I love the fact that you're creating a platform, and the platform is not simply just to have the conversations, but it's also to make the pieces move too. Because a lot of times we do a whole lot of talking and we don't do nothing beyond that. So like making the pieces move is the part that's really the most important part to me, man. And that's why I always salute you every time you have something. If I'm able, I pop out, because I know you about action, bro. And that's exactly why I fucks with you but that's where we come from. For those who don't know, me and this brother grew up on the same bricks, like, and I mean that literally, like the same exact block, couple of houses down. Like we from the motherfucking dirt with it, and like my guy always about his motherfucking business, and he know I am the same. So we definitely.
And I always gotta give you your flowers every time I'm on here. I'm gonna give you your flowers because you're one of my inspirations to actually do this. I'm talking about community work. Because you always, been in the schools, really doing community work. So you definitely always been an inspiration of mine, and really to push this narrative and this idea out here, bro. So salute to you.
Hey, I always appreciate the kind words. This here ain't about me. Ginger, you over there too quiet. So let's get into this Ask Ginger thing. Yo, you had one, and I'm gonna tell you how. I skim through shit sometimes, and then I watch it. So on this particular one, they asked you about. I guess it was something about get with somebody like 3 times and it being too good, so you had to go back and some weird shit like that. But you was in the conversation. It was so funny because, like, so let me ask you this: when you answer them questions on Ask Ginger, right? Like, are you at this point like prepared for anything? Because it's like people asking for dates. It's people asking like the situation, like they out of pocket on this. So like, it's just like, What's the worst one you had so far? What was the one that made you like the least comfortable? You just was like, this is crazy.
The one when they asked me, do I like thumb in or thumb out?
Hey. Wow.
I ain't gonna lie, that might be the wildest one, yo.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
I like thumb in or thumb out is wild. God damn.
Oh wow. Okay.
Keep talking. I'll keep sweating it out over here. Go ahead.
Let it out. Let it out.
Yo,
Let it out.
when I tell you they really ask Ginger anything, they really ask Ginger any
Yeah.
motherfucking thing.
I
No,
had to prepare for that though,
yeah.
because it's Ask Ginger anything. So I had to prepare for anything.
No, you do a good job of handling that. That's wild.
Thank you.
Yeah, hold on. Now the thing is, right? We got a little rule. If we answer the question already, we won't answer it again. So
Right.
every question only gets answered once. So they can send all the crazy stuff in. That's cool. It'll get answered, and then we gotta move on.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yo,
that,
shot.
So that puts
The
you in
OG.
the position of making them have to go back and watch or listen to previous episodes so they can
Exactly.
okay.
Right.
Thumbs up.
Tune in.
I see what you did there. Thumbs up is crazy.
Listen, bro. I
I
know
know,
how to slip them in.
No, we do this. This
Hey,
pause.
well.
Like, wait a minute.
I even had people ask me the same question twice. Like, am I DM? Like, they'll be like, "You never answer my question." I'll be like, "Oh, you have to tune in."
Right. Bring them to you.
You ain't. Yeah, no. That's damn good right there. I like
Now,
that.
Ginger, I got a question, right? It's not that at all. But would you ever consider exposing any of the weird questions?
You mean the people?
The people that ask the questions. Yeah, let me rephrase that. No?
No.
Good. Let me start getting my questions together.
All questions are private, bro. All questions
They
are
all
private.
private. So you ask them in my DM, or you can send them to Pete Rose DM.
All right. So because we got chronic conversations in the building, it feels like we should have, some chronic conversations. Let's talk about some actual weed things. So anybody who's I don't know what you're into, and I don't judge anyone for what they're into, but anybody who's into weed has favorites. They have strains that they enjoy. They have things that they like. Damn, my man lost him. There we go. All right, right back. Peace and blessings, because what's good with you? Everybody's got their favorite strains. Everybody's got that weed that they had, or they still got access to those things. Those couple of like for me, it's Blue Dream. If I find any strain of Blue Dream or a Blue Dream hybrid, I'm copping, because it's just one of my favorite strains. It just is what it is. Everybody's got their one. So since I got chronic conversations in the building, like, I need to know, give me some of y'all favorite strains y'all ever touch down on. You give me 3, or you just give me a couple freehand, however you want to. Give me some of your favorite strains.
Yeah, I give you 3.
Okay.
Shit, I'm glad you specified this like all the time. I gotta go with Purple from down 7 Huntington, Sour Diesel from my block, and White Widow from my block. That's the top 3.
I tell you what, the Sour Diesel from off of what was that, Uber Street, Nice Town. That was
yeah. Shout out Chris and Neef.
That was an era. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute.
Like that strawberry cough. What the fuck?
No, wait a minute. Afghan Kush is one of the best goddamn indicas you ever had. Yo, it's a pure, you gonna be on your ass smoking that. Mimosa number 2 is definitely one of the ones. Cousin, you put me on to that Mimosa number 2. Yeah, so in the comments, if you got a favorite pack that you had access to, throw it in there. Like, What was you?
Yeah, I'm old school. I'm old school, so I go back to strands from '99 type shit. That's why I
Right,
said purple.
right.
I need
Granddaddy.
purple haze.
Yeah. Ginger, give me something. I see you. You mean?
Well, I was going to give you some strands from Eagle Exotics that I've
Oh,
tried so far.
Do that. Let's go.
So we had PB&J. That was really good. What was that?
Wait, Ginger, does
Midnight
that
Run?
come with an actual sandwich?
It's
can
just
make a
guaranteed to
sandwich.
make you want one.
You can make
Right,
a
we hungry.
sandwich. You gonna want a sandwich?
For sure. Ooh.
Now,
Yeah.
Who
So
said
it was
hold up?
PB&J and Midnight Run.
Whoa. Damn. Y'all got some classics in here. Sesame Mill is crazy. That's real old school. Purple Haze.
Shout out
Sesame
to
Mill.
Lucas. Who said Sesamil though? Damn.
That's the OG from Brooklyn. Des from Brooklyn, bro.
Yeah. I understand it.
I had to give you, I knew you was, I knew it. I was about to say I had to give you the
Yeah.
context.
Sesamil. I thought of a Wu-Tang album.
Yeah. No, fact, you're not wrong.
album.
No, you're not wrong at all. For sure, motherfucker Wu album. Give me some more, Ginger.
I like Gorilla Glue.
Ooh, always a favorite. Whatever variation. Number 4 is my favorite, but if you can find any, it's always a good one. Girl Scout Cookie was used to be one of my favorite Jones too back in the day. We got OG Kush in the chats. We got 52nd and Gerard Blue Dream. Let's shout that out real quick because I was on that pack with cuz. That's the reason why I said Blue Dream to start with. Eighth and Butler dub jars. Like, yo, you really had to be outside. Everybody that's
right, 19th in York.
Understand that for y'all who are not in the marijuana culture, just relax. This is a conversation. We just talking about shit. People,
Listen,
you have reminiscence.
Wait.
You know what I mean?
You was risking your life for that 19th in York, bro.
Yo, you was. Cause that Chinese store in the corner.
No, I know exactly.
Avoid that joint.
I used to live on that block.
Oh, damn. Well, you know.
Hey, I can tell you a few blocks where people risk their life to hit the moon. Greenway, what was it, like 53rd and Greenway? That Chinese store right there. I can't remember the exact cross block, but it was a death trap for sure. You needed to get your weed and run. Like you need like fast as shit. Like, all right, thank you. Like, you know how motherfuckers try to have conversations with their weed man? No, it wasn't none of that. Like, all right, people like
cop and roll.
It's coming out that motherfucker. It's definitely it's some bad Jones out this Jones for sure. Hey, Left, I know you don't smoke, but give me. I see you had something in the comments. You got some actual like input.
Oh no, like so I spoke on the Afghan Kush. That shit, like I remember back in the day, I was smoking with my Uncle Anthony. God rest his soul.
Indeed.
We blew some tree together. We smoked the Afghan Kush. Yo, that shit put me down like immediately. Like we were sitting in the back of the fucking van smoking. I went to sleep. I woke back up, went in the house, and I'm sitting next to my wife. She looking at me like, "You high as shit." I was like, "How you know?" I don't smoke. Fuck you talking about? And I fell right to sleep on her lap. So that shit and the strawberry cough, like somebody was like, that sound like some crazy shit. I was smoking that shit with cousin and Kate. Mm-hmm. We was putting the studio together. Gave me that shit. We was chilling in the van because it's always in a fucking van. So
weed and fans have a wonderful relationship.
Yeah, nigga, Scooby snacks, nigga. So we go back into the studio, and I'm wired, nigga, like painting the booth or whatever, trying to get everything together so that we can have the whole studio situation right. These motherfuckers stepped back, was like, no, let Left cook, let him do what he's doing, because I was rolling. that booth got done. I can't even tell you the amount of time, but it was quick because I was fucked up and I was floating. So those is the two. I don't smoke now. I never really was a smoker, but those two was two strains that I could smoke and be cool. Because if I smoke any other shit, I'm a weirdo. And that's all I'm gonna say. Like, I'm a weirdo. I smoke something else. Yeah. Like, and KP doesn't see me be the fucking weirdo that I am on weed. And I've told my story of smoking Reggie and going fucking crazy in the gallery and thinking that, you know, that the folks was going to come book me and shit. Like, because everybody knew I was high. Like,
Smoking Reggie in the gallery is crazy.
I wasn't smoking it in the gallery. I smoked it before I got to the gallery, went on a worldwide tour to get to the gallery just to link up with this nigga. And I was just high. I was dumb high. So
wait a minute. Hold up. Let me interject because I had to step away for just a second. First off, let me tell you, I told your niece this story this morning for the first time, just so you know. And she was amazed that that shit ever happened to you. But
which niece?
What you mean with niece?
My grown niece?
Not your grown niece, no. Don't worry about it. She know. I ain't tell her all.
She looks at me like I'm an angel.
She doesn't. Bro, we grown now. Them kids know we in the shit. I don't do that shit with them kids no more. They know. That's that. No, but seriously. Left. This nigga almost made me lose my entire livelihood because he's in this motherfucker high off his ass off some shit. Yo, bro, it's one of the worst days of my fucking life, but one of the funniest days of my life. He scared the shit out of me that day. I ain't even going to give that nigga's wild. But so let me see. Let me reset the show real quick. 32 minutes in, Everything Podcast for the people. KP in the building with a lot of motherfuckers. Meta World Violence, Road, Ginger, Spado, and my main man Pete fucking Rose. So thank you everybody tuning in who is watching from whatever platform you are watching on. And we're about to keep it going. So, Spado, do you smoke, Spado, at all?
I was a heavy smoker, and I can tell y'all this is that only thing I didn't care about none of that shit. I was worried about running out, and whoever the fuck had it by the time I was done my last L, that's all the fuck I cared about. So I wasn't really into like. I mean, it's more of a thing. It was more of a thing now to have like the different kinds now than like back then. But all I cared about is I'm getting to my last L and we need to go make a city run and we need to get the fuck back. Pull the fuck up. Yo, and that's all I cared about.
Spado, you was one of them motherfuckers that needed to stop smoking weed. It sounds like smoking with night. You stopping was a good idea.
Yo, one time I was Ubering, right? And I was smoking weed and I didn't give a fuck. I just opened it, I let the people in. I don't even think I aired the shit out. I just opened the door and let the people I got a call from the Uber people. They sent me a message and it was like they reported you that you were smoking. It smelled like marijuana in your car. I think the shit was still smoky. I ain't even gonna hold you. I believe it was still smoky, but I was
hotboxing fucking Uber clients. What the fuck?
Listen, I stopped at the Platte, right, to smoke before I got back on the road. But the thing is that I don't even remember airing out. I put this shit back on the app and I took off. So I know by the end of the night, I think I swiped somebody on a car on the side. I was high as shit. And
allegedly.
Yeah, but it was a long time ago. But I believe because when I woke up, I seen the shit on my car. I was like, damn.
Because when I woke up, any story that has an interjection of because when I woke up, that's a wild story. It's all those stories never.
Look, that's you trying to use a statute of limitation on this shit.
So I don't know about all the names and all that. I just knew that I couldn't run out. That's all I knew is when we got down to the last dub, we had to get back. We had to go find something. And that was that.
So give City Run context. Tell people where you grew up, Spado.
So I grew up in the suburb of Lower Marion Township.
Right.
So we did all our dirt in the city and then came back. Everything.
I
We
ain't
did
gonna lie.
everything.
When niggas was in these streets, y'all was our favorite ones. We
Right.
loved y'all.
Listen, we gotta make it a city run.
Y'all can't show y'all ass. Y'all was gonna leave an impression and then head right back to where y'all was at.
Yep, that was the best thing. That was the best thing to do is go in there. We do our shit. We light that whole city up, and then we get the fuck out of there, and then we'll do it again next weekend. But yeah, that was our thing. Me and Star was running the fucking streets.
Yeah, and I used to like a couple years ago. I used to be up yo end heavy at the VFW, nigga.
The what?
What is it? The American Legion, the VFW.
Oh God. Yeah. In Ardmore.
Yes.
Yeah. You still go in there and only need $20.
Yeah. It's
$20. If you got more than $20, you're gonna have to call an Uber, call somebody come get you, or go to sleep in your car and get up in the morning. You don't need no more than $20 when you go in there.
Yeah. It's a time. You're gonna have a time tonight.
When I tell people to come, I say you don't need no more than $20. That's it. Do not bring no more, because by the time you leave there, and it's like you don't even recognize the time you in there. You're like, damn, it's already 2:00 in the morning, and you're trashed. I don't drink no more, but I still go in there just to talk shit with everybody and all that. But yeah, it's definitely a dungeon in there.
That's crazy. All right, so a couple more questions for Chronic Conversations. All right, so I'm gonna ask an opinion question, and then Rose, I'm gonna ask you a question about some legalization shit. Just your opinion on something. Vape or flower, cart or flower, however. What's your preference, bro? Everybody got a preference. What's yours?
Well, like I said, I'm old school, so it's always gonna be flower. But
Right.
the carts is I like the carts because I wish we had them Jones out back in the day. I think I'm a little jealous, that we ain't had something like this that we can just walk around puff discreetly. But I fuck with the carts, but I'm old school. Give me the flowers.
Ginger, cart, flower, don't care. Edible.
I'm always
You
gonna
say
be a
edible.
flower girl. I'm always gonna be a flower girl. However, because I'm a lady, I'll take the cart when I'm out.
That makes sense.
I respect that. Rob, flower or cart? No. I'm sorry.
Rob
don't give a fuck.
I mean, I don't.
Rolling and shit.
Listen, I've definitely tried every configuration, and I don't have a favorite. Whatever gets me there. So I don't got a favorite.
That edible shit, y'all can keep that shit. That's what made me stop smoking.
No, that's when you gotta pray when you take that shit. I did that.
No, I thought I was gonna die. I said, if I get through this shit, I promise I'll never smoke again. That was 3 years ago.
But edible ain't smoking though. That's a different.
Yeah,
you're
but
a whole
completely different angle. It's too much because like with weed, you can say, all right, let me put a little bit out and all that. Once you take the edible, it's out of your control.
Okay, so first off, it's very much under your control if you know how to listen to your body. Don't be this motherfucker. Eats half the edible. 30 minutes later, this ain't doing nothing. Eats the other half of the edible.
That's
2.5 hours later.
I ate the wrong. I thought I was eating a regular brownie, so I wasn't ready for none of that shit. I thought it started different brownies. I thought I picked up the right one. She's like, yo, you. So I wasn't ready for none of that shit. I didn't even want none.
So you ate the whole brownie?
I ate the whole fucking brownie. After just having my son. So
That's
that
why.
was just bad. It just turned into a bad. I was like, I need to go to the hospital.
It'd be like that. My wife got a whole blackmail video of me when the time and shit was going backwards. I was bugging. I recorded. It was like my last will and testament. Like this shit was so crazy. I didn't know what was gonna happen to me. I swear to God, like I know what.
I'll never do that shit again. And start like, you want to just hit this? Fuck no. I don't want to hit nothing. I don't want to smoke nothing. I don't. It's a trick.
Edibles are different. Edibles are different though.
You gotta separate the two. Same way drinking wine is not the same way as drinking Hennessy. Drinking edible is not the same.
I
You
have
gonna be high,
flashbacks.
but they two
I get
very different highs.
I get flashbacks and I can't take it.
You got PTSD. She got
Yes.
war
For
wounds.
sure.
I didn't
Shit,
have
I
an
thought my wife was
experience
calling
like
cops
that
on
with
me.
an edible.
You never overdid it and had a bad. You know what I
No,
mean?
I just slept the next day, the whole next day.
Because you knew how to do it. Like you're one of
No,
the
I
few lucky
ate
ones.
the whole edible
The
and
whole
I
one.
just slept the entire next day.
Oh my god.
That's real shit.
That.
So Hood, shout out to Hood, shout out to Veronica, shout out to my nephew Lennox. Hood one time was here with me, and I had a Captain Crunch joint that I had grabbed. It was a little crunch berry edible joint. Joint was delicious, but that was the problem because this nigga ate the joint, got home. He texted me when he got home. He said, "Yo, this shit hitting me. I'm tripping." All right, cool. You all right? All right. That was a Friday. No, it was a Saturday. I'm lying. We watched the battle. It was like a smack battle that night. We watched the battle. He peeled out. We ain't had work Monday. I ain't hear from this nigga until we got back to work Tuesday. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You good? He said, nigga, I was asleep for 2 days straight. I said, yo, you wasn't sleeping the fucking 2 days straight, nigga. He said, yo, I swear to God, nigga, I woke up to pee. And that's it. I said, damn.
That shit really affect people different.
I was scared to go to sleep. I didn't want to go to sleep. I was scared to go to sleep.
Shit, I couldn't go to sleep. The washing machine was talking to me. I was disappearing and reappearing. I couldn't go to sleep. I was like, I got in the shower with all my clothes on. I was bugging.
No, it's a wild jump, man. If you don't handle that shit right, it definitely get wild.
For me, I ain't never even did the edibles. I've never traveled into that fucking realm, but I was high off some shit, and it was the middle of a fucking snowstorm. I was balled up on the fucking convertible couch with a blanket and a bag of fucking bread, a jar of peanut butter, and a joint of milk for a whole fucking weekend.
What did you take?
I don't know what. Like, I just know I smoked
sandwiches for a weekend. That's not weed. That's
I was done, nigga. Like, I was bent.
Hey, he didn't take shit. It took him.
Yeah, no, that shit crazy right there. That's a bad. Oh man,
crazy.
Have anybody ever tried shrooms?
I seen a documentary, Ginger, that make me not want to do nothing else. This man said his vision is like the fuzz from the TV back in the 90s, and he just don't see straight no more. I am not fucking with none of that shit.
So I never tried it. I'm actually afraid.
Yeah, I got.
I was just curious if anybody else.
No, I'm listen. I'm the same way. I'm a little scared to try them. Like even though Ego Exotics gave me a couple of the bars, and I asked Jay Clark how much should I take, and all that. I'm still a little scared. So
Pete, let me tell you, all that shit is scary. All of it, and I'll be the fucking example. That's what I'll be scared of. I'm going to be the example.
No, see the edibles. Listen, I didn't had I wouldn't say a bad trip on the edibles, but I was extremely high. And the thing was, I didn't eat anything. So look, that's another thing. You got to eat when you take the edibles. So you take them, you got to eat. Because if you go on an empty stomach, you're going to be extremely high. And once I ate, I was down. I went right to sleep. And I had afters off the weed. I said, oh, this is crazy. I got to do my homework on this.
I tried to eat my wife made like this toast. I was choking off the toast. I was crying. She had to make me a cup of like tea. I'm drinking the tea and I'm looking at the tea like it keep refilling.
You got
this nigga said I'm choking on the toast. That's
yo,
crazy.
I'm going to release that video and y'all gonna be like, damn, you was fucked. Like I'm gonna release that video soon, man.
I want to be in a controlled environment and I want to take ayahuasca. I want to do that once in my fucking life.
I'm scared some trauma shit gonna come up from the past that I forgot about.
Cool. I'm cool on that. That's the Native American. That's that Native American psychedelic shit. I'm cool.
Call Aaron Rodgers and we going, we gonna link up, get this shit popping.
I don't need no shit that's gonna make me more honest than I am with this little white lady every 2 weeks. No, thank you. I'm cool. That's as close as I need to any emotional outbringings. Like I pay her $50 every 2 weeks for a reason, nigga. That's and Kobe come in good handy. I do not need to try no. That's just me though. I can't speak for other niggas. Do what works for you, but for me, talking to the little white lady helps. So I'm cool. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay where I'm at with that. Hey Rose. All right. Before we move on to some of the topics where we get some of these opinions and these jokes off and shit. Legalization in PA. How close are we? And I'm talking full legalization, not medical. I'm talking like straight recreational, full legalization. From somebody who's been to Harrisburg and been in them rooms. How close are we?
It's crazy because I would say really closer than like people really know it for real. And it's just like certain little things. Really, they wanted to wait for a new mayor to come in, wait for Jim Kennedy to leave. And then, the Republicans been wanted to happen. It's just the Democrats bullshitting. But I'm glad they did. Because if we didn't have social equity in there, that leaves the regular people, the people in the community, that leaves you out of the business, period. So with legalization, it's just a few little things that they want to put in there. So it's really real close, for real. Within the next, say 5 years, we'll have legalization across the board.
P, is it a way, because the 5 years sound like a long time, is it a way that I can just like, instead of getting a medical card, that I can just get something like typed up that I can take around with me just in case? Like, is this something I can download? Is there a PDF? Is what I'm asking.
You want
No, it is no framework whatsoever right now. That's why it's a good thing. And people really should educate themselves on it, because when it comes and people start opening up businesses and you don't have a place at the table, you can't be upset because you weren't there at the drawing board to put yourself there at the table. That's one thing. We can look at the other states and see what they got right and what they got wrong, and implement the right things in our state. Because Philadelphia is just one county out of many in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
So, we just say Philadelphia, we think we the only thing in Pennsylvania, but there's a lot of other counties that want this to happen. Pennsylvania grows a lot of agriculture. So for marijuana growth, it will be a great tax incentive for the state.
Facts. And I think, to me, really, like I said, like you said, even the financial piece is the most important piece, man. That's a way for a lot of people to change they living in the way they do things, man. And honestly, that's the most exciting part of that, more than anything. Like getting it to be legal, because it's bullshit that it's illegal to begin with, is one thing. But then the opportunities that it creates past that is the thing. That's the thing. So, salute you for like I said, for carrying that torch and taking up that mantle and making sure that we got some equity within that, man. Salute to you for
sure. Of course, because social equity. Everybody here, please educate yourself on social equity and social equity programs. Period. But definitely social equity programs when it comes to marijuana, especially like Chicago. So any social equity program that's to qualify, you basically have to be in an impoverished or like a war-torn area, which is Philadelphia. And that's how you're able to qualify to educate people on the business, to be a part of the business, and how to make money in the business.
Right. Yeah, that is appreciated, good brother. It definitely is. All right, so let's set the stage here. 49 minutes in, Living Think podcast for the people. About to get into the second hour, but about to get into some of these topics, some of this goofy shit that has happened throughout the week. Let's see. Let's start here.
The top 5 rappers are Dylan. I'm well experienced. I never said that. Now, now, again, we could talk about the joke all day, but this is We Are Flatbush.
That's a fact.
And I gave you my history.
That's a fact.
So let's talk for real. When they did that, again, now, all the people that he made fun of he made the quote, or when comedians do these jokes, they say something that you said, and then they bust it and put it in their own way.
They remix it.
But this is something that I didn't say at all. So I have no control over this. You said I'm top 5 rappers. You said I spit hot fire. And I'm over here as a kid saying, what are they talking about? David Chappelle said.
Now, so to frame it, making the band, that's Die-Line. Die-Line was made fun of by Dave Chappelle and his Making the Band spoof where he says, wait a minute, I won't even tell you.
The five best rappers of all time. Think about it. Dylan, and Dylan. Because I spit hot fire.
I was fighting Star for control. I'm sorry, Star. I gotta get used to it sometimes. Thank you. But that's what Die-Line's talking about, where he said that particular skit ruined his career. Now, I'm gonna let y'all talk first because I know how I feel about it. But Rob, you buying that?
I really got to go back to the tapes on that because I swore he said something really, really similar. I don't know.
Is that the reason why Die-Line wasn't successful?
That is not. I think, my opinion, humblest opinion, is that he just wasn't a big enough factor, man. Like, he just wasn't great. Like, he wasn't great at what he was doing. That's all. Like, you can't blame nobody else for your failures. That's all I'm saying.
How many years ago was this? This is like this is 20 years ago.
That's another thing. He just figured this out.
It took him 20 years to think about this.
This nigga in a basement with an 8-track machine. I know y'all saw that behind him. He just figured that out.
Yo, A Rose, talk to me, bro.
Yo, I ain't think nobody saw that. He in Flatbush with the 8-track. That's wild.
Die-Line, fucking rec center and shit.
Listen, Die-Line should be happy.
The Boys and Girls Club.
Yo, that's crazy. Him for one, Die-Line should be thanking Dave Chappelle because he kept his name alive. He the one that didn't capitalize off of it. Because you think about it, any other artist, if Dave Chappelle make the skit about you, you got some type of music. We never heard no music from Die-Line.
Nope.
I'm gonna go with Rob said. He wasn't a big enough factor. It wasn't a big enough factor.
Not even half of a factor.
No. but Pete, you are absolutely right too. He should have capitalized. I would have had shirts, everything, merch, a new song dropping, all that shit.
Everything. I would have made a single sampling Dave Chappelle immediately.
Thank you.
Hey, Ginger, you buying it? You would have bought a Die-Line album if you wouldn't have saw the Chappelle skit. What the yo? Damn! I would have. I hope Die-Line never sees this. He's gonna be like, Ginger ruined my career. I was trying to make a comeback, and she made this noise, and ain't nobody want to hear that shit.
It's gonna be 30 years
only
later.
Because I gotta go back and see it. I got.
Ginger said.
No, now look, all right, look, I started watching Making a Band when all the when the first allegations with Puff and Cassie came out. I went back and started watching the Making a Band episodes. And I would say this with Die-Line. I understood the problem. Die-Line used to go in the booth. If Puff tell him how to do a song, he go in there and do it a whole different way. If Die-Line come in with a hot verse or something like that, or a little hot song, Puff like, oh, I like that. Go in there and do it just like that. Die-Line switch it all up. Like, Die-Line, what are you doing? You had a hit. You go in there and start saying, Die-Line tried to tell Wyclef how to make a song.
Yo, that part of the skit was real shit.
Dave Chappelle wasn't pulling shit out his ass. He tried to tell why Clef had to pull Dylon to the side.
We can make the song, or we can not
make the song.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And that's what Wyclef told them. Wyclef spent personal time with Dylon, and it didn't. You couldn't even make a hit. It's crazy.
All I know is Ginger said she wouldn't have bought that Dylon shit. No, I'm just saying.
Ginger said
nobody would. Nobody buy that shit. I'm sorry, Dylon. Peace.
Hey, Left.
Yes.
You buy it, Left?
Listen now. Me not gonna get myself all involved in the thing that Dylan just say, you know.
What fire?
Listen. You have to understand that, you know, a person like Dylan, him go out here and him run his mouth, but he never put effort in. Him never put forth some effort to become a better artist. Everyone else is in the studio and them working. You know, like I say, him tell, I want to work with Wyclef more than I want to work with Puff. You feel me?
That's what he said. He said that.
That's what I'm saying.
Can I just interject and say Left is cooking with the Jamaican accent right now?
Left is going to be stuck in that shit for the rest of the show.
It's so you have to understand, you know, he know a good person when it comes to the rapping, and the, you know, me hear him a good DJ down in the Caribbean. He have a career down in the Caribbean, but up here in mainstream music, him no do thing. Him no do thing. All right, so I'm gonna be serious about it now, because after I got my
you got your shit on. Yeah.
No, like everybody's saying, you know, sometimes motherfuckers give you an alley-oop. They give you an alley-oop, and because of the fact that you so caught up in your feelings, you don't take that shit and lay it up.
Right.
Throw it down.
Easy bucket. He gave him an easy bucket, and he shitted on it.
He's so caught up in his feelings, like, man, I wish my Uncle Kevin Samuels was still alive, because he'll tell you, get the fuck out your feelings. Like, yo, y'all some ass niggas, and you in your feelings right now. Like, let that shit go, dog. Dave hooked you up, and you didn't capitalize on Dave hooking you up.
No, that's a fact right there. He fumbled the bag on that, man. There's really no other way to say that, man. Like, it's no way you shouldn't have made that shit. Like, I wouldn't even did that interview. I'd have called Dave like, yo, dog, I'm down bad. Help me out with this shit. We about to do some funny shit that everybody gonna love. Like, it's so many ways. I don't know. I just don't be understanding niggas. But you know,
that's what he said. Caught up in his feelings.
But look. If he got the right person in his ear right now, it might work out in his favor if Dave take the bait. If Dave say something about it, then he could capitalize on it.
Dave way past that level.
But I know that Dave way past it. But if Dave was to touch it, like, he got to be ready for the just in case Dave, and this might be what the play is right now. That might be what the play is. Like, let me see if I can get him to do this shit again, because I said he ruined my career. Let me see if I could put this out there and he say something about the fact that he ruined my career, or he be like, man, I didn't ruin your career, and say exactly what
right. No, I see what you're saying.
He'd be like, all right, cool, boom, I can piggyback off it. Good. That's what I was trying to do.
I'll be waiting. I'll be watching the next special.
That's cool and all. That's cool and all. That don't negate the fact that we don't want to hear nothing from him.
Exactly. Because I'm trying to I'm trying to think about the album, the band album.
Oh, I thought you did that album. I'm about to say, whoa.
The band album?
He was only on like 3 tracks. If I remember correctly, he was on like 3 tracks. That's it.
Other than like maybe 4 or 5 Ness verses, this is
hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stink. Hear me.
That band, that shit was terrible.
You sound like you're talking about Dak Prescott.
Terrible. like a full 2-pack of ass. Like no way we doing that ever again, man. That shit was awful. You didn't show me anything then, and I don't expect that shit to change now. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next subject. We're hour in. All right, I'm gonna put this quote on the screen, and I think everybody here is of the same age range, so I think we all will be able to put a good opinion in on this. So let's go and see what this says. Nelly was talking, and he says that his era of hip hop from 99 to 2010 was the toughest era in hip hop ever. You got to understand, my era of music was the toughest era in hip hop ever. When I put out songs, I had to go against DMX, Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Luda. All of us were fighting for one spot. So from 99 to about 2008, 2010, it's the hardest era ever to get records. Now, I know how I feel about what he said, but I think everyone here was outside during that time to know what real life was. So do you agree with him? Do you think it's harder now? Was it harder before then? Was that the era? Let's start with one of the ladies. This is a music thing. I hope let me know, ladies.
I agree with what he's saying. They let anybody be a rapper now.
Guilty.
I mean, now anybody can be a rapper. You can, and like, it don't even have to make sense as long as you got a beat and you got some kind of rhythm to, like, they let anybody. Back then I feel like it was better music, and they are all those people that he mentioned that was probably hard to go up against, especially. I mean, I wouldn't say that Nelly. I wouldn't even put probably Nelly in my top 5 of the people that he probably like 6. But he had some nice bangers though, like when you're going out and shit. But I'm sure it was hard back then. But now,
that's a good era shot.
Yeah,
I would say 90, 98. But go ahead, Ginger. I'm sorry.
I agree. I believe that back then was hard because they do let anybody in there. Like, it's crazy. But and they put out anything. But yeah, I can agree.
All right, real quick, before I let the fellas jump in on this, I just want to play devil's advocate to the ladies. Do you think that they let anybody in, or the ease of access to get your music out is just better now? Because I feel like, and this is just me, it always been corny niggas that rap. We just hear way more of them now because I can go in my basement, put up some foam, record my shit, and upload it the title tonight if I want to. And my music's available to Earth that fast. That's not how it was back then. Right, so it's like, is it more trash music or just more accessible trash music? I think that's what it is. But that's that's. But
that's exactly what it is, right? I believe.
No,
I can't it's more accessible.
I can't say that though.
Okay,
put it at that.
Go ahead.
If you look at the fact that, just like you said, you can go in your basement, put up some foam, got your microphone, and do your thing, right? And then upload it. You could do the same thing before, except it wasn't going on the internet. You was out on the block hustling your shit hand to hand. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was the CD era. But how many times you was on an L and saw the boy? What the fuck is dude name? He a gun advocate now. Like, and y'all know who I'm talking about, the boy with the dreads. He a gun advocate now and shit. This motherfucker used to have his CDs on the train. I bought one from him and he was fucking garbage. But you see these people out here, I got this. And I'm throwing your shit, nigga. It's a frisbee.
That shit a weed plate.
Yo, you dig what I'm saying? So, it was the same thing. It's just like they didn't have the avenues. So you gotta have a following now. It's not about you just clicking, all right, my shit on SoundCloud or my shit is on Apple Music, my shit is on Tidal. Like, cause I got shit on Apple Music, I got shit on Tidal. And
Yeah.
I know my shit better than a lot of these motherfuckers out here.
Talk your shit, King.
But what I'm saying, Left, and I'm not
because I don't have the following is the reason why my shit not going up the way that it's supposed to. That's the reason why Cousin and all these folks that I fuck with that put out good music, they not going up the way they need to because the following is not there for what we doing.
Now, what I'll tell you is this: is I don't disagree with what you're saying as far as following, and because following is important, but also the other part is you gotta have certain push, and like you gotta like that shit costs. All that shit costs. So if you don't have, if no matter how good you are, if you don't have a certain amount of capital going into you being pushed on some level, you ain't going to hit but so many places. Niggas going to hear you. Niggas going to hear you for sure. And them core couple thousand niggas that fuck with what you doing, going to fuck with you hard. But if you trying to grow beyond that, you going to need a push no matter what. People fuck with Cousin. Y'all was dope. Y'all did y'all thing, but y'all had y'all core and y'all didn't get outside the core. That's the thing now. It's like, it's that other thing.
But I'm gonna explain that shit too.
Go ahead.
So you'll have your core, but we didn't have a gimmick. Having a gimmick is what gets you more than anything else. Like what pushes you more than anything else.
Talk your shit, King.
You have a gimmick. It allows people, it gives somebody something to attach themselves to, and people will put money behind you and your gimmick. Because they see that the gimmick sells, because it pulled them in, it hooked them in.
You know what, Pete? I want you to interject, and then I'm gonna see what you say after that.
Turn your mic on, King.
Yeah, you.
You said you want me to interject real quick?
Give me your opinion on this, man.
The flower
I felt like
Pete up. He said, "You want me? You want me?"
And he said that part, so I like.
Now look, just from me working with artists, being in the studio, I won't say a gimmick. You gotta have something that's unique. Like niggas back in the day, they always said, "Be yourself, be original." You have to have something unique that you can push. You know, at the end of the day, it's still a business, and you still have to market yourself. So what are you doing that's outside the box that you're marketing yourself? So I won't really necessarily say it's a gimmick,
right?
You know, because I was about to say I'm thinking going back to Nelly. What was Nelly's gimmick coming from St. Louis?
It was just a different sound as opposed to a gimmick.
Yeah,
I think it was just something different. Oh, and by the way, let me just remind you of a Jay-Z lyric that really holds weight within this conversation that we're having about this quote that Nelly had. Only dudes moving units, Pimp Juice and us. That was at a time where record sales really defined your success. And he made only dudes moving units, Eminem, Nelly, Jay-Z. From like 97 to 99, them niggas was like 5 mil easy. Like at a time where you had to get off your ass, go out to a store and give somebody $20 for a nigga music. Y'all don't even understand the difference that streaming makes when it comes to that shit, man. Like the fact that I can just sit in my crib and listen to as much music as I want for a certain amount a month, as opposed to like niggas like my brother who I know used to spend hundreds of dollars a month on music at one point in his life. Like, I bootlegged a lot of shit. I was not giving y'all that money respectfully. I just wasn't in the financial place.
We come from the bootleg era.
Like,
but I was spending it because I was looking at the fact of me being an artist and wanting motherfuckers to do the same for me.
Yeah, true.
He was always respectful like that within that grind. But you know, that's I feel like it's some real shit. Like it was a tough era, man. And like I said, because you had to go outside and get your music, that's different. These little niggas, they be sitting at midnight with their phones in their hands for whoever drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other part is because it's in their hand and they can get it whenever they want, they don't be as hype about it as we used to be. We didn't have that comfort of knowing that if I don't get it, then it'll be there whenever the fuck I want to go listen to it. There was certain albums where if you ain't gonna get them in the first couple days, you was going to have to wait for the second shipment, and niggas was gonna know all the words, and you was gonna be behind. Because the first thing in the world is a young boy. It's for everybody to listen to a song. Niggas is all singing the song, and they look at you, and you like, and then you sound like O'Malley on fucking Funk Flex. That was like, yeah. That's the worst thing. Like, you can't have that happen. So, you know, it's a different kind of era, man. But I love that shit, man. It was definitely a very fun time. So,
facts.
Shot put something in the comments. Shot, we talked about it last week, but I'm willing to have just to dip into it real quick. P Rose, Ginger, let me get y'all opinions on the Meek Mill Diddy situation. Y'all compete who goes first. Everybody here was here last week, so we kind of got everybody here opinion. But because Shock asked in the comments, and I love to get the comments to love and make sure we, you know what I mean, doing that right. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Like I don't know, man. Like Diddy, man. Like
did he do it?
Hope we ain't about to talk about this Meek Mill thing again.
No, yeah, just them two. I just want their opinions, Spado. I just want their opinion because somebody in the comments asked the question.
Freaky ass nigga. Fucking me.
No,
Just have to say that
about
Diddy to begin with.
Sean and them. Let's hit it again. Let's spin it.
No, real quick. No, you ain't got to get all deep. I want to know. Like I said, Shock asked. So what y'all think? Rose and Ginger.
You gonna go first, Tasha? I go. Listen, I think me and Tasha, we probably definitely talked about the situation. Even like I said, going back to the Cassie situation, but I just think Meek should have not said anything.
Thank you. Thank you.
Should have not said anything at all.
Make him look crazy, don't it?
At the end of the day, it's a criminal lawsuit that got your name in it or redacted. So you should have said nothing at all, for real. And if you was dropping music, that's, do a regular rollout and push your music. That's it. I just think he should have said anything. That's all.
Facts. Ginger, real quick.
We were just talking about that. I agree with Pete Rose. He shouldn't have said anything.
It was nothing to gain by jumping out that window.
No, but more pushback and more flack towards him. So I don't know what he is thinking to gain by going against. The internet is undefeated in life.
Always.
Since its conception till now, the internet is undefeated. So if you're trying to go against the internet, lose.
And it seemed like he was trying to defend his situation and just instead of just shutting up about it. Now it looks like, nigga, okay, did you do it? Because anybody that usually, like, if you didn't do something, you're not going to speak on it. You're not going to say too much. It was like he kept on running his mouth and running. It's like you seem guilty, like you did some shit instead of just shutting up.
He just should not say
about this car accident, and a lot of people were saying like, oh, he's trying to, make people feel bad. And all. It's just a lot of things that he had going on at that time where it's like, I feel like you guilty. You did something. You had to do something because why do you keep talking about it? Leave it alone.
Right.
Hit dogs holler.
I don't feel like he's guilty because that's what he do. Like he always that's what he do. He talk and go back and forth. I just think that he shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, not in this instance. He should have just kept it to himself.
Me going to talk, y'all. I don't disagree with y'all. Don't think I'm disagreeing with y'all. But at the same time, have we not seen this movie before? Like we know this when he start going on them tweets, that nigga going to tweet. Like he don't.
Now I got a question.
That's the problem.
That's what he do.
I got a question though. Is this something that is Like I feel like this is something that has to do with artists that signed to MMG. Because if you
Elaborate, please.
Because Wale was the same fucking way. Every time somebody said something about Wale on Twitter, that nigga.
Wale definitely used to be super sensitive on them.
Yeah, right. So he might need to have a conversation with Wale because Wale been quiet for a long time. Figure out what the fuck is going on, like, so he can shut the fuck up. Like, don't put yourself in situations that you don't need to be in.
Wale is an emotional dude, them DC dudes, and you know something
Yeah,
about
because
that.
Kevin Durant is definitely a motherfucking
Yeah, it's something about them dudes, man. They definitely like. And
they both were very young, right?
Yes.
You got to think about that. They were both very young, and they were both first signing with them. This is the first time really being out there with that exposure.
That's a fair point. That's fair. But also at the same time, somebody need to be in their corner to be like, yo, bro, give me that phone. Give me that motherfucking phone. Like, there's gotta be somebody in your corner and just be like, damn, nigga, you still tweet? Give me this motherfucking phone. Like, you just gotta have somebody who loves you enough to do that. Like, real shit. Like, if me and Left together and I'm looking through and I see this nigga put up 6 posts straight and he right next to me, yo, dog, get this motherfucking phone. Like, come on, because you over here just sabotaging yourself for no reason at all. Like,
I'm gonna do that though?
No, I'm not saying you would be that nigga, but what I'm saying is I wouldn't let you be that nigga, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, my guy. I would not let you be that nigga. And somebody's got to get in this nigga's corner and be like, yo, chill, bro. It's nothing good can come of this. It's nothing good gonna come of you ranting and doing this goofy shit. But oh man, like I said, meat gonna be meat, man. Like it ain't really meat gonna meat. Ain't nothing nobody can do about that. It should be a better explanation than that, but that is the explanation. Meat gonna meat.
That is what it is.
All right. So real quick, before I get into, because I got like a couple, like 2 more little ratchet topics, and then we're gonna get into the regular things of the weeks. The other day, yesterday, in fact, at Cotman and Rising Sun, if you're from the Philadelphia area, that's up northeast, at the intersection of Cotman and Rising Sun, 8 teenagers were shot while a bus was pulling up. 2 days before that, 5 people were shot. A teenager was killed on a bus stop in West Oak Lane. This shit, wow, y'all. It's really, really wild. Shout out to my man Tyree. My man Ty was out there yesterday as the shooting started. He got up out of there, little minor scrapes and cuts from trying to scuffle up out of there, but he's okay. Blessings to him. You know what I mean? That shit, it's real, man. Like it's crazy. You could be anywhere. My man was just going to the store to get a grub, and these little motherfuckers hopped out the Sonata with extendos and motherfucking fully autos shooting at the bus stop for no fucking reason. Now, I work with these little niggas every day. I try and have conversations with them. I try and put them in the right direction. I say and do what I can, but I'm me, they're them, and they live their life once they leave that building. I know what I can make them do in that same situation, like when they right here. But once they leave me, they gotta go do what they gotta go do, and I gotta respect that. And that's difficult sometimes for me. But I also grew up in that shit, so I understand it. Like I don't accept it as the only conclusion, but I understand that that's their reality. And I'm not in a position to change their reality, only to show them a different one. That's just where it is. We gotta start doing something with these youngins, though, y'all. Because, like, when I tell you these little niggas that's doing this shit that you're reading in the news, these are not 21, 22, 23, 24. These are not those kind of young boys. No, these are 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. These are little niggas doing this shit. Y'all, I want y'all to... These are not mid-early 20s motherfuckers committing these crimes. Like, in some cases, yes. But this goofy shit you've been seeing lately, this ain't that. And I can tell you because I'm there every day on the ground with these youngins. I talk to them and I know the shit that they into in real life. So stop thinking that it's not your kid. It's not your cousin, your little brother, your whoever. Everything you think you might know, but you assuming it's not that because you love that kid, is happening. That's my soapbox, man. I had to say it because, like I said, I'm in these trenches every day with these youngins, man. And y'all gotta tighten the fuck up at home. Because I promise, when they step in the building with me, they getting all the right things. They getting all the right things when they with me. They getting all the lessons. They getting all the understanding. They getting all that shit. But if I'm the only motherfucker saying it,
it don't mean nothing.
That's if anybody has an opinion on it, please jump in and cut me off because I'll go all day on this because I'm passionate about it because it's what I do. But I don't know, man.
No, I'll say something definitely gotta be done on the other end. Cause like with being in AU basketball, you deal with a lot of say middle school age young boys, the high school young boys. So like when they with us, they getting the knowledge and all that, but when they go back home, I can't tell them how to live their life in the streets of Philadelphia.
At all.
So I'm like, well, and then moms might not be there or dads might not be there or neither. You got a lot of kids that's out here on their own. It's a big child homelessness problem in the city right now. They try and combat that too. So it's a lot of different variables that lead to this happening. It shouldn't happen, but we got to just really come up with some solutions as a whole. I really don't have the answers to this one right here.
No,
really don't.
and nobody expects you to. That's not fair for any one person to have answers. But I think it's just a discussion, man. You know what I mean? It's a discussion that needs to be had, man. Like I just, like I said, I try my best to keep this light and fun all the time, but like this shit is on my heart. Like my best friend almost got killed yesterday for going to get a grub because he happened to be in the wrong space because some little motherfuckers almost, decided to go for whatever cause they going for. Like, which probably ain't no real shit if we being fair. Probably ain't no shit all this over because it never is. But you know what I mean? So like this is just something that's on my heart that I wanted to bring to the stage, man.
Like for me, it's a different angle. Like I see that angle too. But y'all know I work on these buses. I drive these buses every day. And
I thought about you too, bro.
To think about the fact that all of these, like the last 4 incidents that happened, was surrounding the buses.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they be on the bus or somebody getting off the bus or somebody getting on the bus. 4 situations. And, we go to work, like, our job is to get people to where they going safely. You not thinking about going to work and having to carry your blicky with you because somebody going to do some nonsense. Like before we ended the last season, we was talking about one of my coworkers getting rocked.
Yeah, that was the season finale. Yeah, crazy.
You dig what I'm saying?
On the bus.
Rest in peace, Bernard Gribben. So you got to look at like on my end. I spoke on the fact that I don't feel safe when I go to work.
Facts.
And it's getting worse. But I watched the press conference with Sherelle Parker and with the police commissioner and all this stuff that they saying and they going to do and they it don't mean nothing to me. It don't mean nothing to me because this was going on well before all of these last 4 situations happened.
That part. This ain't new.
What I'm saying, it's been going on well before. Like the problem is there was no press coverage of any of this stuff before these last 4 incidents. Because I can tell you about stuff that has happened on these buses that's happened to my coworkers
that ain't nobody heard about.
Beyond
not out nowhere, yeah.
Situations where a person gets off their bus to go to the bathroom, come back to the bus to pick the chalk up off the ground, and got a gun stuck to their head. Run your cash, run everything. You dig what I'm saying? People getting off of work at 12 o'clock at night on their way to their car getting jammed. Like, this happens all the time. All this stuff, like, just because no gunshots were fired, just because nobody was hit by gunfire, don't mean that it's not going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in a very unsafe city, and the fact that I work for pretty much the biggest, one of the biggest employers in the city, who is tasked with getting people back and forth the way they need to go, and we're not safe.
That's crazy.
You dig what I'm saying?
Hey, Left, I ain't gonna hold you. I thought about you, but I didn't think about it from that grand of an angle, like with your whole entire fleet of employers. Like, I thought about you selfishly because you my brother, and like, you know, like, and a couple other folks that I got that I fuck with that's close that work for that place. You know what I mean? But like, what you're saying is real though. Like, it's just general public safety. Like, you can't go to work. You're at work. You should be able to go to work.
Yeah.
Dig me? Like, you should be able to go to work. I don't give a fuck what it is. You should be able to go to work. It's a few jobs where you sign up and you expect your life to be on the line. If you decide to be a police officer, you put your life on the line every day. You signed up for that. If you decide to be a firefighter, you put your life on the line. You signed up for that.
Because it wasn't like that back in the day. Like, you know, if you a bus driver, you know it's dangerous, but now it's just so extreme.
Yeah.
And you know, shout out my brother Reg. You know, he be driving the bus.
Right.
And, you know, we always thinking anytime something happen, I'm gonna think about Reg. Like, make sure he cool. Because I remember when there was the shooting on the 23. I'm like, Dad, he was just driving the 23. Just so happy he wasn't on there that night. So, like he said, it's a lot of situations that happen on SEPTA that definitely don't get televised.
Right.
You know, it's really crazy out here. You know, just, you know, what was it? Last month where the guy fell on the tracks, he fighting, ball fall on the tracks, get ran over. Like, I never heard of nothing like that happening down in the sub. Like,
Yo, Rose, check this out. I got footage in my phone. Bro. When I tell you, like, if I could tell you all the things I've seen, because mind you, I've been working for this company 11 years. 11 years of my life I've been working for this company, and I've worked at several different depots as well as working on the trains. And the things I saw on the train made me come back to the bus.
Train crazy,
bro.
Yeah, the train definitely crazy, bro. Yeah, man. But like I said, I had to get that off like real quick. If anybody has any other last thoughts on that, we can close out this topic because it's getting a little serious. And you know, I like to keep the energy high here. But like, shout out to you and all your coworkers, bro, for sure. Salute and toast to you for all that, man. Like, you'll never hear me say a bad thing about motherfuckers who do shit that I don't want to do, and y'all are on that list. Like, because I'm not driving nobody's bus to deal with nobody's public. Fuck all of y'all. Like, and I deal with the public, but I deal with the public like people I care about and want to do shit.
And it's wild because
6-year-old lady want me to kneel the bus for her because her arthritis flaked up, and she started talking to me crazy because I ain't move a machine fast enough. I'm gonna lose my job that day.
Hey, yo. Here's the funny part. Look, I'm gonna make y'all laugh like this. Yo, I've had moments where you get those people who you know can move their body properly in order to get onto a bus, right? And they do this thing where you'll pull up, they'll look at you, you'll look at them, they'll look at you, you'll look at them. They'll either point down or they'll look down as if you're supposed to just kneel the bus.
That bus.
You know what I do? I lower my chair. They'll see my chair. They'll see me go down and think that the bus lowered, and then they'll step up on the bus. Yeah.
Yo, this nigga has Jedi mind tricks for bus drivers. Ain't this a bitch?
Get on
I
this.
never thought I'd see today.
Get out my face.
No, I seen a lady get upset. She's getting off the J bus, and the guy didn't lower the bus, so she got upset that she hopped off. She ain't had to hop off, but she was so frustrated that she hopped off that he didn't lower the bus. In my head, I'm like, Miss, you ain't entitled to get the bus lowered for you. Like,
Yes. Like sometimes, like certain people, I look at you, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just lower the bus because I don't feel like the argument. Plus, you look frail, so I'm gonna lower it. I'm gonna hook you up. People that I got you, but some people you don't look like you need it. So all right.
True.
Yo, that's hilarious. All right, so
I love the public.
You know the bus for you.
what? Let's check this one out. All right, so I got one more I want to get into here. That's this Nelly thing. This was just very funny to me, and I'm gonna let y'all watch it, and I'll see if y'all got the same kind of humor out of it.
Hallelujah Woods. Some of you might know her as Glorilla. Yes, Glorilla. Yes, Glorilla has a song called Tomorrow, and she makes this statement that blesses me. She says, "Every day the sun don't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow."
Now, this man centered his sermon around Glorilla's Tomorrow.
I mean, that's kind of fire for Glorilla, though.
Like, oh, okay, so let me explain to y'all, like, and this is not to say that I am anti-religion or any of that, but I'm not a fan of pandering. And this is an example of the shit that makes my ass itch. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I get what you doing, but get your dumb ass out there pulpit reciting Glorilla lyrics with your goofy ass. Like, come on, man, with that stupid, like, no.
I don't like that shit for sure, bro. I don't like that shit. Yeah.
Not a fucking piece of it. I hate it. Like, what is he doing? Come on, man.
Well, my brother, brother Kevin.
That is definitely pandering.
On today, you'll get this work. Okay, now, my brother, you must understand that in order to reach the youth, my brother, you have to speak to them in the manner that they understand. So, my brother, sometimes what you call pandering is me actually reaching the youth where they are. I don't agree with it either, but I understand that that's what they do. Like, all right, let me try to reach them where they at. You know,
nigga.
But you can't use Glorilla.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I hear all that, but Glorilla though, we going with Glorilla. And mind you, that's a fire song. I'm not even mad at the song.
I was just trying to figure out how he knows the song.
Yeah, you know, you shouldn't even be in that zone.
He took the time to recite it.
Yeah, like exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro was on it.
He probably bought that off of one of these streaming services. He paid his 99 cents. Y'all leave it
alone.
That secular music.
Hold on. Let me give you the clue.
Hallelujah Woods. Some of you might know her as Glorilla. Yes, Glorilla. Yes, Glorilla has a song called Tomorrow, and she makes this statement that blesses me. She says, "Every day the sun don't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow."
Gloria Hallelujah Woods. He took the time to recite her government.
No, actually, what was the every day the sun?
He liked the song.
Every day, what?
But that's why I love tomorrow. That's the rest of the lyric. Every day the sun will shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. That's what her.
So basically, he could have sang Annie and said the same thing.
He did not have to exactly. He did not have to go Glorilla. That was a choice. That was a fucking choice.
He let him know he listened to it.
Yeah, exactly, Jimmy. He's trying to let him know. Like, that's some bullshit. Like, come on, Rev. Chill, Rev.
Yeah,
Glo.
He was like, I'm cool too.
Rev was wilding, yo. Yo, Rev was wilding on that one.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Ginger, I'm gonna need you to raise that cup again. Did that say Cowboys?
Oh.
Yes, it did.
I invited a Cowboys fan on the show.
Dog, what the fuck?
Listen, I'm sorry. I don't screen them. I don't do that. People come on and I let them come on.
You have to vet the guests.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. It's gonna be a Cowboys fan on here next week too. Tone the promoter pulling up next. Tone pulling up next week. So like,
Shout out to Tone.
Shout out to Tone. If I love you so much, I would say fuck you, Tone, but fuck the Cowboys for sure. Respectfully. Anyway,
that is horrible. That is just horrible. Like I was holding you in high regard.
It was good, right? You know, shit was going so well.
Like, yo,
I'm still there. I'm still there.
You're right. You're right.
Bro, I'm like, yo, she cool. She seemed like she funny. She a very good looking woman. She got good topic. I'm like, and I saw that cup. I was like,
hey man, if you shoot 90%, you still go to the Hall of Fame. Let's move on to the next one. We are. That's all I can say about that. All right, so. I told y'all every week that Left is with us because Left owns 120 plus different colognes. We gonna give y'all 1 or 2 cents to, you know, pair with your honey pack when you go see your shorty so you can get your maximum effort out of it. So it's like cologne, honey pack, crush the yams. That's what it is. So you go to the corner store and get the honey pack. Left gonna give you the cologne. This week's we got 2 cents and I had 2 visuals. I sent to the star, but then Rob came through with 2 much better looking visuals. So now I feel like for our Colonel Cologne segment, I gotta go with this one. My main guy, let's get me started. What do we have on the screen, Left? What's going on?
Oh man, like first of all, this is the fuckboy fragrance of the decade right now.
Fuckboy fragrance of the decade. Damn.
And I call it the fuckboy fragrance of the decade because number one, it has so many clones to it right now. But everybody is wearing this fragrance. But it's banging. It's a great fucking fragrance.
Okay.
And wifey bought this shit for me for Christmas, so I can't disrespect the fragrance. Like, it got a husky price tag. You gonna pay $250, $300 for this bottle.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I know she loved me. So
Baccarat Rouge 540, Maison Francis.
Maison Francois, Francis Kirkjohn, Mason Francis Kirkjohn, Baccarat Rouge 540.
Right.
Yo, this, like, y'all see all the different notes and main accords or whatnot that's on the screen. This smells like burnt cotton candy. Like,
that's a wild description.
It, like, if you like, it's very sweet, and y'all probably, I guarantee all of y'all done smelled it. Ginger smelled it. She probably got it in her collection. But
I may have smelled it.
Yeah, but this joint right here, it do work. It do work. Like, it's one of them joints. But everybody got it.
Right. So it's not a
matter of fact, hold on.
It's not an exclusive fragrance.
Oh, keep that up. Keep that up there. Like,
okay.
I'm gonna show y'all why.
See, left, like I said, Left got 120. That's an insane amount of motherfucking.
All right, now bring it back up. Like, bring me back up. Now,
you good?
This the original right here, right? That's $300. That cost me $40.
And that's the like a knockoff type.
Yeah, it's a knockoff. It smells very fucking close.
You said from 300 to 40.
This one.
Drop the link for the $40 gem.
Yeah, because I wanted to protest that. They should not be taking money from that other company.
No, they shouldn't. This one right here. Same type situation. Matter of fact, my lady left here the other morning and she hit me up, was like, yeah, I used your Frank Olivier the other morning and somebody gave me a compliment. I was like, first of all, don't be telling me that people giving you compliments on my motherfucking fragrances because they shouldn't be close enough to you to smell the motherfucking fragrance. So,
grow up, nigga.
Fuck out of here, dog. Like, get off my woman.
All right. So you got another one though, but yeah, finish up on this one real quick.
It's definitely a banger. It does what it's supposed to do, but a lot of people gonna smell like it. So you might not be original.
It's not. So it's more of a daily if you get it. If you get a knockoff and wear it as a daily.
Yeah, you could definitely. That could be the signature scent.
Right. Okay. Right. I got you. All right. Next one.
Prada Lawn Water Splash. When I tell, this is my favorite springtime fragrance.
Once again, cop your honey pack, cop the cologne, go to the yams. That order, y'all. In that order.
This is my favorite springtime fragrance. It's soft, it's smooth, and where it says powdery, very powder. Like it smell like somebody threw some Johnson and Johnsons on you with a little bit of citrus. Like this shit.
You had me at powder.
Yo, you got some in your mustache, bro.
Pause. Wait a fucking minute. What just happened?
Yeah,
no.
In his mustache.
No, thank you. No, we the fuck won't. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Wow. All right.
Look at how much is left in my bottle.
And how much does this one run? The other one for the right one is $300. What are we looking at for about a bottle of the Prada Leon Water Splash?
Leon Water Splash. I'm pretty sure
Water Splash.
Water Splash
on the gray market, which is like they got websites where you can find a lot of fragrances for low, and I'm pretty sure you can find this for around $90 to $80, something like that. Like this,
so
ain't
let's say $100 just to be, a round number.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna look this shit up now because I got apps.
Once again, Colonel Cologne. Every week we're on Living Think podcast for the people. You find out the scents that the brother left is spending his money on. And you should take advice from a motherfucker who spends as much money on cologne as he does. Because I promise you, he not buying no cheap shit or no trash shit. So every motherfucking week, Colonel Cologne, my guy, left 2 great scents. We appreciate you, good brother. All right, so we moving on to the next portion. Every week, we like to find some situation, some person who we are displeased with, and we like to get our motherfucking displeasures out by telling that person, that entity, that thing, that situation that very simply eat a dick. It's not a hard concept. It's it's just one of those things. This is the time where we have those gripes lifted, so our souls can be clean and we can go into the next week feeling good. So we have reached that portion of the show for our guests. Again, just think of it could be the person that cut you off in traffic this morning. It could be your coworker. It could be both. It could be your baby dad. It could be your baby mom. It could be whoever in this moment that you are feeling like, I'm not good with your attitude, sir or ma'am, eat a dick. So that's how this part of the show goes. I'll start with I'll start with Rob because Rob's been pretty quiet this episode. So I want Rob to give me some.
Paying attention to the marijuana stuff, man. I'm trying to find some shit out.
No, I'm not mad at you for that, bro. I get that. But in the last 7 days, you've encountered someone who's eating who's
gobbling glizzy. What you want to say?
Pause if necessary.
No, the fucking city of Philadelphia for letting all this fucking violence kind of get to where it's at because, like y'all was saying earlier, the shit's been happening. It's just like now it's like, oh, okay, it's gotten to this point. Now people want to complain, but no, man. Fuck the city of Philadelphia.
So the city of Philadelphia, as according to Rod Raleigh, really can eat a dick. Left. Left. Don't acknowledge it, Left. Just punch past it. We're not gonna do that. So Rose and Ginger, y'all get how this segment goes. I'm coming to y'all next. So take some time to think about it. I'm coming to y'all next. Like I said, it could be anybody. If a motherfucker scratched your car riding past, it could be that. Just take a minute to think about it. Left. Meta world violence.
So if you decided to hit me up about my photography services, and you said that you wanted to book me, and you didn't leave a deposit, that means you don't want my services, and you slowed me down from booking other people that may have wanted my services, and I told them to hold off, and I lost money. So if you did that,
eat a dick. Like it's it. We don't have to do that. That sound effect is completely uncalled for.
No, that's the sound effect that we are getting for this. I'm going to record it tomorrow.
Whichever camera was supposed to do it. Like,
yo.
No,
I got one for y'all. How about this? Maybe we could put this sound behind it because I'm not okay with that sound. I like this one better.
Pam. We don't like Pam. Got it. Eat a dick, Pam.
No. You can't use that.
Why can't we use Eat a Dick Pam from that?
Because that's my wife's name.
Oh, shit.
Damn, no, we not talking to her.
Shit, dog.
You gotta explain that every time. Look, Bay, is the segment that come up, right?
Eat a dick,
Let me just let you know.
Like, no. What the fuck?
It's okay, Pam. We don't like Pam. Got it. Eat a dick, Pam.
I love
so funny. How can we not use that?
Oh no, we want to talk about it.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that. That's amazing. Like, no one can put this down with that.
We gotta have a team meeting about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Rose gets it. That shit was beautiful. Oh man. Anyway,
look, I'm gonna have to have Pam on the podcast so she can approve it.
Listen, I tell you what, we'll talk about that offline too, because I tell you who she won't get on here before. Not I gotta live here, nigga. Anyway, P. Rose, who deserves it? Who's catching that clip tonight from you, bro? Who's getting the bad energy? Cause fuck out of here and stop playing with me all the time. Like who that's for today?
It's crazy because I don't be having no bad energy for anybody these days. I try to keep it positive. Even if I do have some bad energy, I really try to let it go for real. But I will say today, the electrician supposed to come to my house. I say suppose because when we hit him up, he said, "Oh well, I was just there. I rang your doorbell." I said, "Lies. You know how quiet the block is. I hear my gate open, and the doorbell ring, nothing, bro." I'm like, maybe he had to go home and take a shit. So I'm like, "Oh well, you can come out later." He said, "Yeah, like 5:30." You think he came at 5:30? Fuck no.
No.
He was too busy eating dick.
There you go. Yeah, no, you gotta catch that. You gotta catch that. Fuck the electrician. Eat a dick, good brother. Ginger, who was it? Who was it this week?
Some little young girl.
Oh
I don't know who she is, but she can eat a dick.
What she do? You gotta tell us what. Some little young girl. I don't know who she is, but she can eat a dick.
Damn, Ginger. God,
I'm sorry. That's what it is, right?
No, that's what it is. But can we get some context? So we can know the story. Like, what happened? What young girl do?
I don't really know her. I don't like her.
Oh shit!
Oh, this is just.
I love that.
I don't know her. I don't like
her.
Hey
man, listen.
My environment, And
I ain't gonna press. I don't know her. I don't like her, and she can eat a dick. Ginger said, "Eat a dick, young girl that she don't know her like." Fuck out of here. You
I already told her.
Oh shit! Eat a dick again. Find another dick. The first dick wasn't enough. Eat another. Yo, that's amazing. I love that. Your energy is fire. I like that. That's dope. All right, we an hour and 50 in. About to get ready to get into closing thoughts to wrap this show up. Closing thoughts, as you all know, is just your last couple of minutes. You know, something to think about for the week. It could be a little piece of wisdom. It could be just save the whales if that's the type of shit you into. I don't know. I'm just making shit up because I've had 2 drinks. So, you know, I'm over here talking right now. But we're going to do closing thoughts. As always, we start with our guests. Ginger, give us a closing thought. Something to think about, something to talk about, just a peace and blessings, whatever it is. You can do us like Russell used to do on Def Jam. Thanks for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Give us a closing thought, whatever it is.
No, Ginger, swing back around to that young girl.
Well, I do want to thank y'all for having me, but I want to give y'all something to think about. So remember the saying, Rosie, there's something about Ginger. Think about that, and y'all can tell me what it is.
Oh, shit. Hey, wait a minute. Okay. All right. Okay. Fellas, okay. Rose, closing thought. I don't even know what to do with that one. That's
see, yeah. I'll be saying nothing. That's why I thought she was my close.
Like I said, I saw them Ask Ginger segments. It's definitely it's something about her because they be in there wilding. So that shit different. I ain't never seen niggas jump out the window on the internet like that in my whole fucking life.
Oh man.
Rose.
Oh, man. All right, we're gonna get some. Well, listen, closing thoughts for me, definitely, man. You know, shout out to my brother KP, man. Shout out to the whole Literally Everything podcast crew, man. Thank y'all for having us on here. You know, even paying us any mind for real. You know, closing thoughts, definitely. Chronic Conversation every Wednesday from 5 to 6 on Glockaware.
Thanks.
You know, follow me on Instagram, spill_ENT. You know, and hit me up and just tune into the show. Every Wednesday, if you want to be a part of the show, come down to Glockaware or whatever you can be. Tune in. You know,
I'm pulling up on y'all in the next couple of weeks. I'll call you before I pull up, but I'm pulling up on y'all one of these next couple of weeks.
Ahead. You know it's all love, man. You know, be a studio guest, part of the studio crew, and you know you can interact with the Ask Ginger segment. You know, it's always an honorable thing. You know, shout out to the nonprofit, help them. My brother Razor, you know, working on the music.
Shout out OBH Razor.
We definitely check out his interview with my brother SB Twiz. That's on YouTube. Just type in SB Twiz or type in OBH Razor. The interview will pop up. Real dope interview. So listen, we just taking the motion we getting and keeping it pushing. Another closing thought. We having a clothing giveaway on March 16th, right at Glockaware. Razor, Young Chris, myself, Glockaware. We're gonna have a giveaway March 16th.
I'll definitely be posting that. Don't worry about it. I'll post the promos and the links and all that for that when it's time.
Let's go on Razor page, go on Young Chris page, or go on Help Them page, and you can see everything that we're doing. And just tune in.
Peace and blessings. We appreciate you, good brother. Rob, closing thought, good brother.
It was a pleasure having y'all. Pleasure hearing y'all story. I can't wait to really start locking in and tuning into the show on Wednesdays. And keep in touch with your folks, man. Like all this shit is happening. Talk to your people. Like pick up the phone. Don't text. You know, give them a call. Let them know how you feeling about them. We got FaceTime. We got all this good shit now. Keep in touch with your people because you never know if they'll go out and maybe not come home. So
that's real shit. Left.
Yo, that was real inspirational, Rob Riley. Really. I didn't expect that from you at this moment.
Oh, hold on, I'll take it back.
Yo, I hate these niggas. Go ahead. We can't do shit serious ever. Like, damn, I hate y'all. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shutterflix Photography. Holla at your boy. You know,
I love it.
I be taking pictures, and I'm dope. So you should understand that. And
for all your photography needs, Shutterflix.
Yeah.
Well, first off, I'm about to finish my thoughts, but apparently someone is giving me some closing thoughts as well. So,
hey, does that bring that ass here, boy?
First things first. Shout out to Chronic Conversations, Ginger, Rose. I really do appreciate y'all. Like I said, I will be pulling up to come sit in with y'all and get the full experience soon enough. Within the next couple of weeks, definitely. Before March is over, you'll see me on Chronic Conversations for sure.
Definitely gotta have you on the show.
Oh, no doubt. Secondly, shout out to Love, shout out to Rod Riley, really, my bro. Appreciate y'all as always. Gotta give y'all that. Shout out to my mom. Going through some things. She's home now. She was not most of the week, but she is today, right now, home and comfortable. Love you, mama. Shout out to you. Shout out to my wife, because I gotta give her some love, because she really put up with a whole lot of shit. But next week, we have Laugh Away My Pain. Laugh Away the Pain. I'm sorry. Laugh Away the Pain. Tone the Promoter. We also have the whole cast, Gary the comedian or Gary the poet, I'm sorry, and Ken Jones the comedian. They'll both be here next week with us, along with Tone the Promoter. It's going to be a super dope fucking show. We're going to have those brothers in here cracking jokes and maybe do a couple little spoken words or something. You know, they're going to do what they do, and we're going to be entertaining in that space, and it's going to be a whole lot of motherfucking fun. So make sure you pull up. But with all that said, with the housekeeping done, this episode will be up on Spotify Monday at noon. And my closing thought for this week is love on your people. I've used that as a closing thought before. It's similar to what Rob said, but love on your motherfucking people, man. And when I say your people, I mean your friends, I mean your family, I mean your babies. Love on your people. None of this shit is guaranteed. Not a motherfucking thing. So you better live it and experience it and go through it in that same fucking energy. Love on your people, y'all. Like I said, Ginger, Rose, y'all were amazing, man. We gonna do this again. I can't wait to pull up with y'all and do this. This is a lot of motherfucking fun. Until this time next week, kept it under 2 hours because I always tell y'all I will. Peace and motherfucking blessings. Literally Anything podcast. You already motherfucking know we run Thursdays. Yeah. Out of here.